These are trailblazers who live life beyond themselves, sacrificially giving their gifts to speak and to work for justice and equality. They get off the couch and they get in the world, and we thank them for doing that. As a faith leader here in Lexington, I'm also thrilled to see so many of my clergy colleagues and their parishioners, people from all different faith traditions. And while we may indeed find varying paths to the divine, we hold in common the goal of bringing a world where all are loved, all are treated fairly and justly, all have basic necessities of food and shelter and health care and economic opportunities. These are values, and they are tenets of our kindred humanity, joined by our Creator, and calls us to be brothers and sisters in a harmonic family weaved beautifully together by our uniqueness and our diversity. I am tired of the religious right claiming their God. I am tired of the religious right saying that we are not people of faith, because are we? Yes, we are. As a female, and as a lesbian, and as one of the very few openly gay clergy in our Commonwealth, I have faced my share of discrimination. And in those battles, I have been joined by allies who were not gay, by allies who were not female, who had nothing to gain personally by their advocacy or standing up for me or with me. And so I am indebted to those who work for justice when they recognize, in the words of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., penned from within the iron bars of Birmingham, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Today, I know that there are many who are disheartened. I'm encouraged. Wow, am I encouraged and blown away by this crowd. You've gathered to listen and to march so that the values and priorities that we believe in as progressive people of faith, or as citizens committed to the common good, we gather, we march, and we work so that what we do is not drowned out by the dominant messages of the powerful and the privileged. Now, I have heard and I have seen signs where people are saying, "Not my president," and I have to respectfully disagree with that conclusion. Listen to me. You see, my friends, we must face reality in order to change reality. The reality is that Donald Trump is my president. And I'll go further here. Matt Bevin is my governor. Mitch McConnell is my senator. And Rand Paul is my representative in Congress. I did not vote for any of them. Their values are not mine. Their priorities are not mine. And you can be darn sure their theology is not mine. And yet, in balancing the respective position and in claiming who they are, you see, I can move to accountability. I can hold them responsible for not only representing just the yes people in their life who will bow down to every request they have, but people like you and me. In claiming who they are, I call on them to listen to voices of yours and mine, to act in ways that preserve our rights to belong and to be recognized fully in this great country. In claiming who our leaders are, I can be moved in a way that when they do not represent me or you or the interest of all of humanity, I can resist, I can protest, and I can vote to get them out of there. It has been some sad days in our state and now in our nation these past 2 years. And if nothing else, what I hope is it has lit a fire under our butts to get to the bowling. I could lament, and become overwhelmed or indifferent. But I will not. For I know of millions of examples of everyday people who have made and will make a difference in our country.
Yeah!
Let me share one of those examples, and I just bet you've never heard of her. Virginia Durr was born in Birmingham, Alabama, where she was raised by black women, but also taught that the Ku Klux Klan were protectors of Southern womanhood. One of her grandfathers had owned a plantation with slaves. The other was a member of the Ku Klux Klan. After attending college, Virginia Durr changed as a result of experiencing a segregated lunchroom at Wesley College in Massachusetts. She became a friend of Rosa Parks. She was an early civil rights activist and lobbyist as a white woman of privilege. Virginia decided one day to use her white privilege to advocate for those being discriminated against and oppressed. It was an experience now known as the Virginia Durr moment. In her life, she made extraordinary contributions to civil rights and to race equality, yet few have heard of her. Today, my brothers and sisters, we may feel like we are off the grid, unnoticed. I am a female. I am a lesbian. And those categories face challenges in the promised new policies of our national and state leaders. And yet, to be completely honest, I stand before you today with the privilege of white race, with the privilege of a dominant Christian religion, with privilege of education and economics. So I ask myself, how then, where then, might I find some Virginia Durr moments advocating for those with black or brown skin, for women's health and rights, for those born beyond our borders? They're born beyond our borders, but they grow and pick and serve our food. For those whose path to the divine is different from mine. For those who are unjustly imprisoned and denied their voting rights. For our vulnerable children or aged. My friends, we must use all that we are and all we have to make a difference.
Yes.
Our names may be like Virginia Durr. They may never be known. Our actions may seem to be unimportant or go unnoticed. But every time we speak, we march, we act on behalf of justice and equality, the power of the privileged few will weaken. My friends, I beg you and I challenge you to find and claim our Virginia Durr moments.
Yes.
Moments when we refuse to back down or give in or give up. We, the people, it is up to us, and that is an awesome responsibility. And in the words of our incredible, outgoing, best president in my life, President Barack Obama, what he said to us is this in his parting speech: show up! Dive in! Stay at it! Show up! Dive in! Stay at it! I'm going to go join my wife and my mom and you, and we are going to